Hello, and welcome to Titles and Troubles, episode 12. Again, probably. Who knows? I'm joined by Josh.
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
Martin. I'm Paul. Your tractor shrank since the last time.
Yeah, it has.
Martin. Yeah. Somebody, do you leave it out in the hot water or something, like on the recycle or something? I don't know.
That's my Jeep.
That's your Jeep. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Is he just showing off different pieces of equipment each?
It looks like that.
Time we record.
Next time you get there.
I'll take the lorry over next time.
Yeah.
The week after that is like a German Panzer tank or something.
Yeah.
I think I'm being shouted. I've been told about how Kenny died in Zelda last.
All right.
Anyway, so everybody, welcome back to Titles and Triples. It's been a while since we last played, so a bit of a recap is probably in order. We've also updated the frames, like the overlay thingamabob, so that it looks better. I think
classy.
It looks a little bit more classy, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. So this is you guys 12th level. This is high-level Dungeons & Dragons. This is kind of like domain-level play style. Diego is the Count of Circazar, a county in Tethia, a kingdom in the Forgotten Realms. Darion is the Hawk of Alamander, appointed by Her Majesty the Queen of Tethia, as well as being something of a big cheese in the Order of Gauntlet. He is directly responsible for Castle Ilkazar, which is a major fortification in the Order of Gauntlet in that region. And then we have Ox, who's seeking to extract as much money from his companions as is dragonbornly possible. And I think it's been quite good seeing kind of Ox's descent into avaricious greed, Darion's descent into lawful evil.
I feel like it's more Kobold than Dragonborn, really.
I think subconsciously I'm playing all characters as Dragonborn because Fen, the half-orc rogue, is also quite into gold.
It's quite into gold.
Yeah.
I like it.
So by accident, I'm playing a Dragonborn.
Or you're
driven by money.
Or you're just playing a rogue. I mean, nobody knows. But not in this one. This one you're a warrior, a fighter, a battle master, one could say. I'm competing with him, aren't I?
For volume.
And the Banshee sound effects are provided by Kenny, who is clearly having a good time of it. So, right, okay, let's just get ourselves up to speed a little bit. I mean, it would be impossible to summarize the whole of the campaign so far, and I'll direct you to the Before They Were Famous episode, which was like about 4 episodes ago, to kind of get a little bit of a leg up. But last session, or the session before actually, 2 sessions ago, Diego returned to Waterdeep for the funeral of his mother. Tef, his wife, heavily pregnant with twins, and upon his return, Diego decided that's Tef in the background. She's clearly enjoying her. It
was an emotional time.
Diego decided it'd be better to head off into the Omladrin Mountains on a road trip with the lads rather than hang around with his slightly moody wife. I think we've all been there, even those of us without slightly moody wives.
Moody uncle.
Yeah, I don't know though. It was not impressed about stuff. Not impressed about the Lady de Winter in particular. And the reason why you're going to the Omladrin Mountains is because you want some Omladrin Gems, because you've promised them, I think, to 3 different groups. I think so. I think you have. And therefore you might want to kind of play back on that. And you got a rough map from Dunella as to a mine, a location of mine. And you've got to go and stake your claim. You've gone there with your flag. We brought our flag, sir. And you're going to stick it in the ground, and off you go. But you encounter some resistance in the shape of some ogres that you dispatch quite readily, though if memory serves, some of them escaped and you suspect have gone to warn other ogres.
No. We made sure all of them were dead, and then the wyvern.
Definitely the women.
The wyvern
escaped. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I thought someone escaped.
I think all the wyverns escaped, but all the people who could. No, wyverns can talk, can't they?
All the riders we killed, but actually some escaped on foot.
Yeah, well, I think you know that you may be rumbled. I think is the point.
Subtlety is not a strong suit.
But in any case, just catching yourselves up a little bit.
Flashy is our strong suit.
Just to remind yourselves of some of the campaign kind of story points. You know that there is a Bayanite presence somewhere within Circazar, and that is somewhere within a noble villa, the summer residence of one of the nobles of Saradouche. Though it's an open question as to whether the noble themselves is implicated. And whilst Diego was quite happy to say, no, we will not kill merchants who are shipping zombies into my land, he was quite happy to say, kill them all. If they can spell Bane, then put them on the list. Get them shipped out. If their names start with B, then they're dead. Except for B.A. Barracus, who is clearly just too cool for school. Also,
if their names begin with a D, they get free pass.
Free pass. Everybody's name begins with a D in this game. Ox, you have complemented your force with some kobolds, or small dragonborn, as I think you described. Halflings of dragonborn kind. Yep. Let's see how far that gets you. And you've dispatched them through the incredibly speciesist land of Deathia. And we also got introduced to Balarion and Bliego, who
whose names begin with B, so we're not going to be trusted.
Who have suddenly been toppled from the pinnacle of their NPCdom. Donolo is seething about Milady de Winter hooking up with his brother Diego's dad. So much so that one of his plans was to kill Diego's dad, just cause he's that kind of character, is Donolo. But also to kind of like maybe bring her closer so that they have more control over what she's doing. That was one of the threads there. And there was a really intense scene at the start of last episode where Donolo expresses deep hatred of Milady de Winter and kind of suggested that maybe there are some plans that he has underway that he really doesn't want to be interrupted. And if anybody's fucking around with the Queen of the Masquerade, anybody's talking to her, then he wants to know because he's going to come out there. Fortunately, seconds later, Darion entered the room. But Donolo was already down the corridor. Then you guys rode your rug, rugged out to the ogre, bet with the wyverns, had some encounters, and we left you in the entrance to what you assume is the mine. It's kind of like a ledge on the side of a hillside, the other side of a lake, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got inside, went through some arrow slitty things, and then killed a few ogres, and we believe there was something good on the other side of the door, presumably.
Yeah, so you've got the door, and there's another. I think you found another entrance that kind of like led off, much more narrow, an entrance. And that's where we'll start. So, other things that you have noticed as you kind of like spent a few moments recovering from that fight, is that on the ground there is a thick yellow line that looks to be painted from almost the centre of the room, and it just goes in a very precise straight line through the centre of the door. That you're facing, and where it stops in the middle of the room, there's like a small circle, so it ends in a circle. So imagine a line that then kind of ends in a circle, as if it's the terminus of a line. It's very much like do you know how you get coloured lines in
a hospital?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like in a hospital, where it's kind of like this way to X-ray, follow the green line style. Yeah. It is pretty much like that. This cave is lit with the natural light that spills in through the entrance, but there's no obvious torches or anything like that at this moment.
It's okay. Ox's weapon makes light.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yep, okay.
I think I lit it before, so this place is still lit.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it, or remain it. Keep it lit.
Okay. So what are you doing, guys? These
it's Ox's motto: keep it lit.
These ogres are all in front of you.
So there was just the one coloured line.
But two doors to pick from.
Yeah, one to the side one in front of you, which is a set of double doors.
Hmm.
I think you should try the side one first. I bet it's just like a little guard post or something.
Okay, so the one to the side is quite narrow. It would be single file as you go into that, as you step off into the darkness. So what's your kind of marching order?
How tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling is about 10 feet tall.
I'm on the ceiling.
You were on the ceiling anyway, were you? Oh no, did you fall? You fell, didn't you? Oh, you dropped.
I spent a lot of time up there.
Mm-hmm. Dancing on the ceiling.
Yep.
It probably means you have less cover, but okay. I'll go. Will I still be able to see if Ox is behind me with his flaming weapon, or do you want to take point?
I'll go front then.
Yep. Okay. So does it shed? Is it like 20 foot bright? Or
Yeah, I think it's the same as a torch. 20,
It's
20,
the same
right?
as a torch, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So
Are you guys coming from this other door?
okay, perception roll.
Oh, that's good. That's very, very good.
Search for traps.
Perception 20.
Okay.
Not natural.
You don't hear anything coming from behind the other door. Though if you recall, you do know you all know that the ogres managed to ring a gong before you slaughtered them.
Oh yeah.
What you can hear is the banshee continuing.
Yeah.
That's the wind whistling through the complex.
Traps?
Loads of them. I mean, how many do you
Loads
want?
Well, I'd like to check.
I'll check for traps. There are
Please.
no obvious traps.
Oh, okay.
Should we go through the side?
maybe
Were you
look
checking
You
this
guys,
side?
you guys never used to check for traps. This is your Waterdeep characters coming through.
Yeah. None of us
No,
are right.
Darion always checks for traps.
Poorly. He
Really?
checks
Checks
poorly.
poorly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got a perception of plus
Diego
zero,
is built for this.
Okay.
Hello.
And a social encounter as well. But
Built, not
Yeah.
born.
So,
All got
did
a
you
bit
check the
cyberpunk.
main door or the side door?
side door.
Diego.
We're
Oh, you were checking the side
right?
door. Oh, sorry, I thought you were
Yeah.
checking the main door.
No, I thought you were checking the main door.
I thought you guys were checking the side door.
No,
Yeah, I thought
going
we
up the-
were.
I thought you were going up the main door. I thought you were going up the side door, but Diego decided he wanted to go and check the main door.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Side door. Side door.
Okay, there are no traps, and you hear a low growling coming from the side door.
Ah.
Oh, there's a big dog in there, boys.
Diego's hungry.
Like that.
Let's push the door open.
It's time for dinner.
It opens into a naturally worked corridor. Now, it becomes into quite clear relief when you kind of look at this. It's a little bit weird because it's naturally hewn, and it's hewn in quite a slapdash way, but it circles its way around, so it kind of spirals. And it's very obvious that this spiral is really quite precise. So whilst the sides of the walls aren't particularly well cut from the rock, the spiral is really well precisely engineered in terms of the geometry and the shape of it.
And is it going upwards if we were to walk along it
Goes
rather
upwards
than
if it's-
downwards?
Yeah, it goes upwards.
Oh.
Now you remember that the cave entrance,
it's
there
further down a cliff.
there was a wyvern kind of ledge, and then the main door was below it.
So that could be the wyvern
Nest.
hanger above us.
Okay, let's get. We should probably just get in the mine and get out because there's going to be other people showing up. So let's get in. Let's steal some stuff and go.
Yeah, we should probably go the other way first. That's probably our escape route. Could.
Right, let's try door number 2.
Yeah, we'll go back to the main door.
Okay, so no, you don't hear anything. There are no traps.
Open it.
You open it. It opens out into a dark corridor. 10 foot wide, about 10 foot ceiling, and moves as true as you can see outwards. Again, really roughly hewn from the rock face, but looks dead straight.
So I'll walk at the front and I'll hold my axe out with a light and my shield, just to.
Do we reckon
walk,
this is
we'll
the
walk
mine shaft?
cautiously forward.
So we're going to take a move action and a dodge action and just continually do that.
You're walking two abreast. You can walk two abreast here.
Yeah,
Cool.
okay, so me and Ox
Yeah.
up front then.
Yeah.
And
Are you hanging back on the ceiling, Diego?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be like. I don't really want to be viewable in the light.
Yeah. Running dead center of the corridor is this yellow line.
Oh yeah. I think we should follow the line for a bit.
But I'd like to make a stealth roll.
Okay, make a stealth roll.
oh yeah, you've got goggles too, so you can like be
Yeah.
wherever you want in this cave.
23.
Okay. So you'll all see a faint light off in the darkness outside of the periphery of Ox's torch, and it looks as if it's moving towards you. And it's about a couple of feet long, and it's moving dead center, so it would be traveling along the line. It's glowing with a faint yellow glow.
What's to either side of us? Just the walls.
Just the walls. Yeah, you've been walking along for a handful of minutes, so you've probably gone about 3 yards, given your natural risk-adverse nature. You've
I guess
dodged a load of bats. This is clearly a worked thing as well, or a lived-in complex. It's not like you opened it up and a load of stale air came out. The air is circulating through these things. It's getting cool in the way in which it does.
We'll walk towards the light then.
Towards the light.
With the light.
Okay, so the light's moving towards you.
Yeah.
And as it kind of hits the periphery of the light, you do see essentially what it is the it doesn't make that noise. The line is lit, and it's just as if it's a pulse of light coming down the line, and it's moving towards you. Keeps moving towards you.
We'll step out of the way.
Okay, you step out of the way
To the side.
It just goes past you. There's no sound. It's quite eerie, and it just kind of continues off down.
That's weird.
That is weird. Is it like a mobile light source that would take you down the line, I guess?
Could be.
It doesn't really illuminate the area around. It's kind of like when you get like your phone and you got your phone out, it illuminates just like an inconveniently small amount, and in fact less than they used to. You used to be able to walk down the bottom of my garden with an iPhone 5. You can't do that with an iPhone 6, let me tell you.
It's someone invisibility spell with a phone on in a pocket walking by.
That's exactly it.
Oh, that's strange.
Well, let's just keep going then.
It could be some kind of warning symbol to send to different ends.
Or it could be a being.
I don't think it matters at this point. I mean, this alarm was raised, and one messenger did leave this outpost when we got in. So
we'll keep following the yellow line then.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see light coming through an archway in front of you. Probably hard to tell because you can stop, but a few hundred yards in front of you, you think?
And there's been no turn-offs this whole way down. No?
That's right.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going.
Okay. Continue going, and it looks like the room is going to open out into a larger chamber. You can't really make out masses of detail in there. It's not like flickering light; it's a stable light.
Boss room.
Boss room.
I can see for 60 feet in...
Yeah, Diego, if you go ahead on the ceiling, you might be above the arch, so you can peek down like that.
Can I get a view of this place?
Yeah, okay. You head forward. You stealth forwards. Kind of have a stealthy look from the ceiling.
Yeah.
You're like
brushes against Diego, against Darion's head.
Well, how far back are you staying, Ox and Darion?
The light is what, 30 feet? Or is it 20 feet?
40 feet all in all,
40
because it'll be 20 right and 20 dim.
We'll stay just far enough back for it to not light up Diego.
So
45, 50 feet.
That seems a bit cheap. Just go
Yeah,
for
so-
like 60 or something. I don't know.
Let's say 45 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
So Diego, you kind of like have a look in there, and it is a. Do you know how it's really weird when people draw perfect circles?
Mm.
It's a perfect circle. It has two exits. The one that you're looking at, and one that's immediately opposite you. The yellow line kind of continues in. There's a circle very similar to the main entrance way, the other way, and then the yellow line goes out. You can see just on the door on the other side there look to be at least two hulking bodies, and you see the glint of a javelin kind of like just breaking the light of the circle. So there are possibly some bodies behind that. They would be consistent with it being the size of ogres.
I mean, there's no way but
So-
forward, right?
Circular chamber.
As
the
you-
yellow
yeah,
line,
so-
circle in the middle, and it goes on.
Yep. So straight line, circular chamber, straight line. On the basically doing much like you're doing on the other side.
Right,
There's
yeah.
very good
Ogres.
waiting for you. As you kind of like eyes acclimatise a little bit to the brightness, you can see that there is a deep green circle about 2 feet off the edge of the wall that just circles around, and there is a very faint pulse moving around that.
Weird. Very. Well, I feel so on edge.
You can hear and then a guttural voice
Diego's aftershave.
talking. In. Does anybody?
Makes everyone do that.
What languages does everybody speak out of interest?
Common and Draconic.
Common and Celestial.
Common and Elvish.
I thought you were going to say common and swashbuckler.
Common and sword.
You fight like a cow!
Exactly.
And you kiss like one too.
Nobody wants to know how Diego knows that. Undril
He's
told
done a
me.
lot of undercover work in his time.
Yeah.
It's the kind of sound that you're hearing.
Do you report back to us?
And then
Yeah,
you start
go
to whisper a little bit.
Yeah, I will report back. Ogres
said
up
we-
ahead. I can't see how many there are. All for one?
I say, yeah, we run in and smash them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So you what, charging in?
Yeah.
So can we try and identify this pulse and just avoid where it is on the circle?
Well, it's so Diego will have said that one of the pulses in the room, much more faint than
Pulses
the other one.
around.
Going
It
around.
goes right. It's fairly
So
slowly.
we'd have to run across it.
Well, it's fairly
Yeah.
slowly, and at some point, you suspect the yellow pulse is probably going to come back because that's a
Yeah.
terminal point. So it would possibly make sense that it comes back. You don't know. You
I don't want to be close to it anyway. I would rather not stand on top of it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So are you trying to stealth into the room, or just like fuck it?
I'm gonna let
Three
my
double,
boys
three
go
double.
in first.
The boys, right, boys.
Yeah, my boys.
He's going to send in
Yeah.
the heavy artillery first.
Send in the vanguard.
Yeah. So what? Dodge action and move in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodge action, move in. I'll sneak around the back, get the drop on him.
Yeah. Okay. Dodge action, move in. I also want to look at the ceiling as well when we go in.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you see Diego dancing off it.
So as soon as you start to kind of like, you're not going to be stealthy, are you? I mean, you're going to try. You two
No.
guys are going to
No.
try. Right. Okay. You hear a, and you can see as you kind of get closer, two hulking ogres lean underneath the arch and kind of in. These are about the same size. That's exactly the sound they make. They're about the same size as a normal ogre in terms of the body stature, but they just feel more dense. Do you know, like, do you know how
Roided.
big rugby players just look
Dire ogre.
buff?
Yeah.
That's what these look like, but they're almost completely naked. apart from they've got these kind of like, do you know like sumo warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah?
what they're like. And they've got tufts kind of like back and. So let's have some initiative rolls anyway, guys. And there's 2 of those.
Okay.
18.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Mm.
So, Ox, what are you going
18.
on? Diego, what are you going on?
13.
Darion, what are you going on?
9.
Okay, so you are going on.
Oh, Killeen's still with us, yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to roll this initiative?
Oh, well, I rolled a 2 on the die, so let's just assume last.
Yeah.
He seems to be a bit half-assed anyway.
Okay. Okay, so you guys kind of like go into the room and you see this room. The ceiling looks pretty normal. It's about 10 feet, maybe slightly larger, but not much larger, maybe 12 feet. And these 2 ogres are... So they look like huge ogre sumo wrestlers. They've got kind of like layers of flab coming over. They kind of like just mouth at you. You can see behind them there's a couple of ranks of javelin armed, what look to be normal ogres. They look really quite intimidating. But you're seasoned warriors, but you think maybe from lesser warriors you might have had to roll some intimidate checks or what have you. One of them kind of sits there, puts its arms on its kind of like legs, and then it kind of like looks at you, Ox, and goes, like that.
So these are honourable ogres.
And then it lunges at you. It lets you get across the other side of the green circle, and then it lunges at you. And these things are surprisingly fucking quick. I mean, like, really quite quick.
This ring is a sumo wrestling ring.
It is, yeah.
And,
The green.
That's all it is.
They're completely unarmed. And it kind of like, but it's doing all the old karate moves and like races into you, tries to grab at you. What's your armor class?
22.
Well, it crit.
Oh, shit.
And it's
Did you not take the dodge action, jeez?
Did you take the
Yeah,
charge?
I charged them.
Yeah.
I took the dodge action.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see now. So it is going to do 18 points of damage as it kind of grabs you and squeezes you. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, God, that's not my strong suit.
Is he? No, he won't be because he fully charged in, right? He won't be within 10 feet of me.
Well, that's a crit fail.
He picks you up and smashes you down prone.
Oh, fucking hell.
Then he has another go with advantage because you're prone. 29, you say? What's your AC?
Mine, 22,
Yeah,
my AC.
20, so I should write this down. So he hits AC 28.
Fucking hell.
For 10 points of damage.
I'm waiting for a small skinny ogre with black and white paint all over his.
Yeah.
Make me a constitution saving throw.
22.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It was trying to smash you around the head really, really hard. And then he makes his final attack, which kind of like he can't quite grab hold of you. So he gets away with it. Okay, so that's that. So Ox, you get to go next, though you are prone.
So has it grappled me or am I just prone?
No, he's basically picked you up and smashed you down into the ground.
So if I move, if I get up,
That's half.
is that just my movement?
Yeah, it's half your movement.
I'm just going to do what he does in Snatch, where, you know, when he's on the ground and he just comes back up and just like smash with my axe.
Yeah, he's half your movement. You swing at him.
Yep. My first attack, 21.
That hits.
I assume I've got quite low armor class if I'm not wearing armor.
Well, they're really quite dexterous, really quite fast.
I feel like these guys are barbarian style things.
14 damage.
Okay.
With a fire? With a fire too?
Yeah, I rolled low.
Okay.
My second attack.
Yeah.
22.
Hits.
That's better. 16. 24 damage.
Ow. He screams like that.
That was well timed.
So does it matter if any of this is fire damage or normal damage?
I think no, it doesn't matter. I think Andy's smashing in with a fire brand. It's a bit weird. Don't phone each other.
And then my third attack.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I mean, just knocked that over. Is that one you had prepared earlier? Just in the corner.
That was just luck. So that would be I double everything, don't I?
Yes. All the damage die.
Oh, there's a lot of ones there.
Good. I mean, yeah.
There's 4 ones there.
Ah!
Wow.
Add 7 and 8, 15, 23.
23.
That was lower than ring, and that was great.
Okay, it looks quite bad, but it remains standing. Okay, anything else?
I'll just laugh at it. I'll roar.
Okay. The second one races across to you, Darion, and tries pretty much the same. It's rolling with disadvantage because of dodge.
Yeah, because that's how Darion rolls.
Yeah. Okay, well that first one will miss. Is it the first attack?
I know it's for all of them.
All of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And your dexterity
round.
saving throws, right?
Missed that. What's your AC?
It's
23,
25 currently.
Okay. Comes to try to grab you. It manages to kind of connect a few times, but it doesn't actually hit you hard enough through the armor.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, Diego, you're next.
I'm going to dash in from the ceiling and take one of these by surprise. Probably I'll take the one that's been on Darion. No, on Ox. On Ox, because he's on me boy. Is there anyone else within 5 feet of him?
No.
Then good, because sneak attack. Damn it.
Well, it doesn't matter because you've got an ally adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So as I plunge down from the ceiling, rapier leading with the fall, and that's 25.
Hits.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and your sneak attacks are ridiculous now.
66.
I just like to imagine this is Ox getting up, just like bashing this one back on his third attack, just seeing Diego about to drop and like push him back a little bit so he just drops right onto the sword coming down.
Right.
Oh, we're about to get interrupted.
Oh.
We're all 3 ones here.
Stop it with the ones!
I know.
As Diego lunges in with his rapier, doing
Was it 30 you were
damage?
saying?
30
30
damage.
piercing damage, yeah.
30 piercing
Magical.
damage. Yep. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll stick it with me
that
dagger.
was the one that was injured by Diego.
Yeah,
by
Ox.
Ox.
Yeah.
Okay, it
I'll
kind of
put
like
the
goes
dagger
down
into
onto
it.
its knees, screaming. It says. Well, I'll put subtitles on. I might do actually.
Non-natural 20 on the dagger.
Okay, cool. Hits.
3.
3.
You pierce it through the eye. And as it lands, one of its arms kind of fall across the green circle.
Oh.
Let's see if it gets sliced off.
Okay. So that is Diego. Darion.
Was that 3 damage enough to put it over the edge, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So that wasn't a waste of time. Right. Okay.
Darion criticising your dagger.
Diego smiles. The
Your
ping
dagger
was-
suddenly becomes a +12 paladin
Yeah.
bane. Clearly the gods intended it.
I was gonna say, like, right after shooting on your dagger, I'm just gonna miss all my attacks now. That is a 15.
Misses.
Right.
It just definitely dodges to the side. And then it kind of like goes like this. And
Dodgeball.
Only slightly better. 18?
hits. It goes, fuck.
Okay, good. He swears in giant.
Well, it's, like most
Is it giant?
languages, it inherits swear words from common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and what's this? What's
Welcome
this?
at Diego. Welcome back. Darion. Ha 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 ha. Warm stinks. He says. Hachakabuka ox. Kobold. Kobold winky.
So altogether, that is 13 damage for that attack.
Okay.
Oh, no,
thought
no,
it said
sorry. Yeah, 13.
I thought it said when Tom stinks, your smite just levels up. As it is.
Level 9 smite.
No, that's that.
Oh, okay. Yep. Killeen's turn.
Colleen's turn, so I have his stats now.
I forgot he was there. We've been walking along this thing. It's been behind us.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Killeen is going to attack with his 2 longswords.
Has he got a longsword in each hand?
He does, and he rolled really well there. He got a 17 plus 5 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Oh no, he gets a plus 7 to hit. Jesus. And so 5, 6, 7, 8 slashing damage on the first attack,
Okay.
and then his second attack is not going to hit because that is a 10.
Okay, no, that misses the ogre. Leans back like that. Then javelins get thrown from the doorway.
I was waiting for that.
At you, one at you, Ox, which misses, and one at you, Diego. What's your AC, Diego?
18.
Which hits.
Ooh.
Uncanny dodge.
Doing 14 points of damage as it sticks, kind of embeds itself into your shoulder.
I will uncanny dodge that for half of that.
Okay. 7 points of damage. Okay, cool.
It grazes my shoulder.
Yeah, grazes your shoulder. Okay, so we go top of the round is dead. So Ox. The green light, you see it cycle around. It does not chop off the ogre's arm.
Doesn't do anything.
No.
Okay. I'll charge
The ogre's arm twitches slightly.
I will. How many with javelins are there?
You can see a couple.
Are they like in the entrance way? So they're like
Yeah.
2.
Yep. So they're very much in the entranceway, the other side of the green line.
How far away is that from me?
Like 20, maybe 25 feet.
I'll charge then. I'll charge the first one of them.
Yep. Okay, so you move across.
Yep.
It's like,
And I'll put my axe in the face of the first one.
Okay, he has a slot, especially prepared.
I might miss 14.
Hits.
Oh, that's lucky. Oh, that's right. 8, 14. 22 damage.
Okay.
$24. So that hits.
Hits.
7, 8, 20 damage.
Okay. You're bashing this thing around quite substantially. It kind of falls back a little bit. It's still stood.
And that's a miss. 11.
Hits.
Oh, hits?
There's nothing special about these ogres particularly.
10, 11, 19 damage.
Okay,
Damn right.
it falls down. Weirdly, you didn't hit it in the head. You like, got it here, there, and kind of like through its midriff.
Whatever gets the job done.
It hands its mate 2 gold as it falls down dead. Okay, right. So the one that is fighting against you, Darion, has a go at you. Okay, so he will miss on his first attack as you kind of like get out of the way of it. He'll miss on his second attack. He's clearly kind of like a bit worried with Killeen there as well. And he misses on his third attack. I'm going to use some different dice.
Your armor class is massive.
Diego.
Well, you got 2 on this big fella, so I think that's. I'm going to follow suit after Ox. Yeah.
Okay.
So, is there enough distance for me to get next to Ox?
Yeah, it's another 10-foot corridor. So the ogres occupy all of the corridor, but Ox has just downed one, so you can dodge around the side of him, around over the fallen body to engage the one behind.
So not so much like dodging around him, but I spiral the wall, the ceiling, come back round.
Yep. Okay.
And that's a 27.
That hits.
That would hit Darion.
Unless he had a dodge action going.
Yeah.
That's tasty. 5, 10, 22, 25, 31 points of piercing damage.
31. Okay, you
Yep.
slice. It's like still there though.
I do my entire signature into it.
Count Diego Darblade, Lord of Saradouche, High Lord Marisol.
Yeah.
Singblade of Lord's Alliance, husband of Tafanaka, enemy of Milady de Winter.
Doesn't quite kill him, and then when he does like a flourish underneath for signature, just finishes him off.
And fucking the other ogres come into the room after, like, did this! And then like, oh.
This is the thing. I do
call it Exhibit
all the
A.
signatures, all the titles, all of everything, and then with my dagger, I put the full stop at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, make the roll. Let's see.
13.
Hits.
4.
Yeah, okay, you put the full stop there. It looks at it and goes, Christmas card list. Okay, Darion.
Right. Let's try and hit this time. Yes, 14 plus 8.
Hits.
That's a decent. So that is 17 damage on the first attack.
Yep, okay. Smash into it with your shortened sword.
And a miss in a second.
Okay, what do you get?
As a 1.
Yeah, okay, miss in a second. Okay, anything else?
No, he doesn't really make use of his bonus actions.
Yeah, okay. Oh, actually, sorry, he should have attacked after Ox. Yeah. Oh, no, he did, didn't he? He missed 3 times.
He
Yeah,
did,
that's
he
right.
missed all the time,
Okay,
and then you're like, time to change dice.
Mosh and Killeen.
Right. 11 plus 7. That's an
Hits.
18. 5 slashing damage on the first attack.
Okay.
Once again, 11 plus 7. That I won't complain about rolling 11s. And 8 slashing damage on the next one.
Okay, he remains there, steady, resolute, but bleeding out. The ogre that you're up against, Diego, has got its javelin, and it kind of tries to stab you with a spear action, hitting, and doing. It tries to write its name, which is basically a big X. 15 points of damage.
How long can he dodge that?
Okay. Is that like first attack per round style?
It's my
I think it's
How many times can you do it?
reaction.
yes, my reaction.
Oh,
Once
right,
per
okay.
turn.
Yeah, okay.
Once
Yeah,
per
so
round.
it'll reset every round. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that 15?
Yes. Yeah, 15. 5, 6, and a 4. Half, yeah, use your reaction. Okay, cool, good stuff. Okay. Top of the round, Ox.
How many? Can I see how many there is in the corridor behind the one fighting
There are no
Diego?
more.
It's the most damage I've had in ages.
But Diego's in my way now.
No, you can go
I'm
beside
behind
him. You're
Oh,
in
yeah,
10
because
foot
it's 10
corridor.
foot for an ogre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diego's
I'll
kind of
attack.
like slightly oblique as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll just attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
That's 28.
Hits.
21 damage.
Is staggers down, so it's just on one knee.
And I'll try and finish him off then. 27.
Hits.
Oh, I've dropped a dice. I'll roll a different one.
What's the minimum that you can do?
The minimum I can do is 11, I think.
It's dead. Yeah, you just axe it to death. Blood splatters on Diego a little bit.
I hit this one in the head.
Rude.
Okay, so then this guy kind of like looks at you, Darion, like looks around itself, and it just starts to like for no mechanical effect.
Okay.
Get like a plus 9.
Good.
No, that misses. Crits.
Ooh.
And does that plus that. Oh, a paltry 17 points of damage.
It's nothing to sniff at.
Yeah, and make me a Constitution saving throw. As it kind of like smashes you with its fist, its open palm actually into your face.
Dex, yeah.
Not the face. No, Constitution. Constitution.
Oh, Constitution. 14?
Oh, you are stunned until the end of its next turn. Stunned means you're incapacitated, can't move, can speak only falteringly, automatically fails strength dex save rolls, attack rolls against you have advantage. That was its second one, so now it swings with advantage. You're like, whoa, as it smashed its open palm into your face, and then it hits AC 18. Which is just a bit shite.
Hangs off your armor.
Diego.
So this one in front of us is down. Any others?
Nope. Oh, well, you can hear the sounds of fighting from behind you.
Yeah,
Diego.
Darion's
Darion
taking his
went,
time
not
with
the
that
face, not the face.
Yeah, I'll take my dagger out the other one. Flick it in the air, catch it, bit of panache.
Oh, nice. Just throw it.
Over at the other one.
What's the ranging point on a dagger?
20 feet? I can't
I think
remember.
it's 30
That's-
plus 10 for every strength plus you have, is it?
No. You're thinking of like a different edition rules right there.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, there's like very specific distance increments for
I
everyone.
think it's 30 feet for.
Hold on.
Oh, it could be 20.
I feel like
26 save, so it'll be with disadvantage.
Okay, that's
Why
fine.
why do you take a few steps closer and then throw with normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this will look cooler.
If you hit.
Yeah. Just clangs into the corner room.
Okay,
Yeah,
roll disadvantage.
I've got allies within.
Yeah, you've got me.
Can I
Well,
get the sneak attack on
you've
that?
got
Yeah,
Killeen.
because you
You've
do
got
throwing
Killeen.
with disadvantage, so you.
Oh, yeah,
don't.
okay, yeah.
Of course.
You have to.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Do you have to have advantage if you got an ally?
You can't get sneak attack with disadvantage, I think.
I think you can't get sneak. Yeah, I think you can't get sneak. Let me just. Oh, make the roll anyway.
You don't need advantage to use sneak attack if
Make the
you're
roll.
within
Make the roll
5
while
feet
I'm
of
looking
no
at the
other
roll.
creep.
Make
And
the
no
roll.
other creep.
Just make the roll while I'm looking at the roll.
Or you could just take Step forward closer.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as cool.
And avoid all of this.
He's going to miss now.
AC
He's getting that.
17.
17
Mm.
hits. But you don't have sneak because even if there's an enemy within 5 feet of it, you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So if you have disadvantage on the attack roll, you can't sneak attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy that targets within 5 feet of it, that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Right. Okay. Never mind.
So you hit it.
Yep.
So roll damage.
Done.
The stagger comes
8.
flying out of the corridor, pings off this guy's head, does insufficient amount of damage, but is like, wow! looks up at the ceiling. Take inspiration though, because it was pretty cool. Diego, Darion, you are stunned.
Whoa, I've not finished my second attack yet.
Oh, okay.
That
Sorry.
was just my offhand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
So I'm running.
stab him?
He's just going to throw his rapier now.
Okay, so you've taken an action. So you've
Yeah.
what? So you've taken a
His
bonus
left hand,
action.
offhand.
So you've got your move, and you can use your dash. So you can get that. So you got your action left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to move a bit further.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm going to throw my rapier, so I'm within range. I can get the big attack.
Do rapiers even have a range increase?
No.
No, they don't.
No.
So you're going to do this with disadvantage then.
Which means you don't get sneak attack.
Yeah.
But it looks cooler.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Okay. I mean, if you can go for the rule of cool, I have no problem with that. They're not designed for throwing.
In fact, can I use my inspiration to get advantage? Or
No,
to
you
negate
cancel the
Yeah,
Yeah,
disadvantage.
you can cancel the disadvantage, which would mean that because you don't have disadvantage on the roll and there is an enemy of it within 5 feet, because Killeen is there, even though Darren's incapacitated, Killeen still counts, he will give you sneak attack. But you still got to hit it.
Yeah, you still have to hit it.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's fine.
With a thrown rapier.
Across the room.
Yeah. 12.
Misses.
Oh,
So now you're...
Oh!
So it looks around at you going, "I got a cheeky fucker."
I'll give
Okay.
more daggers, it's fine.
Darion.
Well, it was worth a try.
And, okay. And
So
Killeen.
what can I do?
You're incapacitated, so not a great deal.
Yeah.
Okay, Killeen.
Right. So Killeen is going to just attack probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 12, so that's no. That's a natural 20 though.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Ooh, yes. Right. 13 slashing damage on the second attack.
13, and so that was 2. Okay, it remains there, but it's getting progressively quite injured. Okay, those two are dead. Ox.
So I will pick up, after seeing Diego throwing things, I'll pick up a javelin off the floor that the ogre dropped, heft it, feel the weight, and just launch it.
Okay, make the attack.
16?
Hits.
Is it D6 or javelin?
Javelins are D6, yes. No, 2D6.
Is it?
Ooh,
these big javelins.
Hold on. Yeah, they are, because they're ogre-sized javelins.
I have strength 20. That's as high
Yeah,
as
does he have the strength of an ogre though? Is the question.
Yeah, you've got
Yes.
more than the strength of an ogre.
Mm.
So can I throw it feasibly?
Yeah.
You're
You're
strength,
they're
bring it up
about
to
10 feet
15.
tall. You're what, 8 feet tall. So
I am. Yeah.
you're a very proficient warrior. So I'm not going to get too.
So shall I roll 1d6 or 2d6?
Roll 2d6. I know.
10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage. Okay, as you throw it, and you kind of like the ogre just goes like that, just plucks it out of the air, and kind of like stops it, but
it's a
not.
monk.
Yeah, stops it, but just not quite enough before it kind of like embeds itself slightly in its back, but substantially reduces the damage it takes. Yeah, they're using the monk NPC class as their base.
I've still got 2 more attacks though. Is there more javelins lying around? There should be.
There's probably a couple more. Yeah.
Am I right to use that, or do you think that takes up too much of your action picking up?
You can have a free interaction with an object which you've had, so it would tell you you're gonna have to go down and get them. So you've got them for next round.
So
Can you use a miner to pick an additional one up?
I've got a throwing axe in my belt.
Yeah, so you still got to interact with that. You've interacted with an object, so you have another free go.
Diego looks at Ox, looks at the ogre. He goes, "Well, I'm glad that wasn't me. That's way more embarrassing."
Says you, who's rapier like.
It's like sitting in the circle like the same.
Okay, so this is now. So the ogre is kind of like looking around. Points at Darion, who's stood in front of him. He is going to hit AC 27.
That would hit me.
We've just given him a spear, and he's going to like throw the bagging cave troll you with a big spear.
Smashes into your side for 12 points of damage. Make me a strength save.
Do you come out of a stunned action if you hit, or does it just continue until you?
No, it's ended at the end of his turn. Strength, you say?
Yep.
19 plus 6.
Okay, yeah. He was aiming for your arm, so he smashed into your arm.
I thought you can't do strength.
Oh, wait. I thought I automatically failed. Didn't you say I automatically failed it?
Sorry?
Didn't you say I automatically failed these?
You automatically fail strength, yeah. So he smashes into your arm and causes you to drop your sword, unless it's like held by a gun or something.
No, it's held by hand.
Yeah, okay. AC 27 again. Doing 8 points of damage.
Doing what, sorry?
8 points of damage.
Okay.
Make me a constitution... No, not constitution, a dex save.
I think I automatically feel those two.
That. Yeah, so you're now prone. He smashes you to the ground, and he smiles to himself. And he tries to kind of like backs up a little bit, tries to give you a kick to the face, but would hit AC 21, and
that doesn't hit.
Misses. Almost falls over, like he's expecting the impact. Okay, so now you kind of like, but you're disarmed and you're prone. Your sword is pretty much by your side, so he hasn't like punched it away, smashed into your arm, causing you to drop it, and then you landed next to it. So it would be your free interaction to pick it up. Diego is next, though, who is unarmed.
That's okay, because I have 2 more daggers.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I'm going to run in, just launch myself at this thing's back.
Okay.
Right.
He's going to climb up his back like ice picks.
Yeah. 21.
Hits.
First one. Killeen there. Well, even without Killeen now, I get my sneak attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, tasty. 12, 14, 16, 18.
Dies.
20, 25.
It dies.
Nice.
You lunge. What are the odds it lands on? No, it doesn't. Just kind of like shakes from side to side, smashes down into the ground. This yellow pulse has kind of like gone past you guys as well, by the way.
Oh, the one that passed us up when we were on our way down?
Yeah, it's kind of come back.
Has it touched anyone?
No.
Oh.
But as I say, one of the ogre's arms is laid across the green circle, and that's kind of circled many times and not done anything.
Okay. Well, I'll recover all of my weapons.
Yep. Okay.
Right. Let's head on, and I will also. We've got a potion of greater healing, don't we?
You have 2 each.
We have 2 each.
That'll be why I was on 1, because I used one last time.
There you go. Then.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one as well. Actually,
Yeah, that's so. I'm gonna use my last one now.
it's 4d4 plus 4. So 5.
Oh Jesus, that's a 1. No, that's a 2.
14. I'm healed. Oh, that's not great. 80. Right, so now I have 1 left.
94.
They were just normal potions of healing. There was nothing greater about them, was there?
Yeah, we got lied to. And what am I going to lay on hands for? 9. I'm going to get back up to full, but I'm going to have to calculate that.
I'm intrigued by these lights. Do we know what they are? Could we like roll an Arcana, see if we've heard anything of them before?
Yeah, go for it.
6.
They remind you quite a lot of lights.
Diego's a learned and travelled man.
Has he read as many books as Sven?
No one's read as many books as
If Ben
Faye.
had ever seen Diego's library, he'd want to live there.
Yeah.
Mostly because of all the porn. All the tiger porn.
Sholton tiger porn.
Yeah.
That's a 13.
They remind you of bright lights that move.
So unless this is a religion check, Darion is never going to do it. So
They remind you
imagine-
of the god of
imagine-
light.
I imagine Killeen would be better read than Darion. So I'll just do Killeen instead. He doesn't actually have that skill, so we're just rolling with +2.
Rage based.
16.
I have seen lights like this before down at the light shop.
Right, I guess we just got a truck on then. Is there any sign of Omladrin Gems in these guys' persons? Because we forgot to check the last group of bodies. Let's just have a quick rummage.
No, they've just got like crude personal effects. The ones with just the belts, they don't have anything in them. Apart
I want to
from-
pick up a javelin and poke the green light with it.
Yeah, okay, so
Or just hold it in as it
2
goes
seconds.
past.
The ones with the belts just have like small tokens in the belts, like little metal figurines that have maybe some religious significance. They're all of kind of like very similar body shaped figures. Not masses of detail on them, and there's not much on the Ogres. There's a few coppers and such like old Ilkazar coinage, not Tetherian coinage. Killeen does say, when questioned about the lights, though, I don't know what they are, but remember we did find that high quality Dwarven equipment that was discarded in the main entrance.
This could be Dwarven technology.
So it could be some sort of Dwarven runes. Possibly.
You put the javelin to the green light, and the green light goes underneath it.
What, like ducks under it? Or just...
No, just go like it doesn't do anything. It's appreciable that you can see.
Okay, we better move on because, as I say, time's probably of the essence. So let's go.
Yep.
Okay, you continue to move on. Same kind of like marching order.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I'll be in the dark.
We can still walk to a side cut with me and Darion. And Killeen and
Yeah.
Diego can be behind
But
us.
if I could go ahead,
If you want to.
being stealthy.
Yeah, okay, do you want to give me a stealth roll?
Yeah. Even a 1 is a 23 because rogue bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's think about this then. Okay. So Diego, can you make me a perception roll?
I'd love to.
Sorry, Paul. I'm just reading the character sheet for the guards. Have we retconned them so they're not dual wielding now?
Yeah, but I think Killeen has multi-attack, so it doesn't matter that much.
They all have multi attack. I was just making sure because I was like plus shield.
Yeah.
Killeen's more badass, you see.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
Okay, so it's another few hundred yards of perfectly straight corridor. And you're slightly ahead of the group, what, 30 feet ahead, 20 feet ahead?
Yeah. Do I feel like we're going down at all, or is it just...
It's incredibly hard for you to tell. You think you're going straight along, but you don't have a reference point. If it's a gradual incline, etc., etc., you don't have any kind of like surveyor's gear.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just listening to something that was happening in the background. Okay, so it's not a steep slope if there is a slope. Would be fair to say. Okay, so you can hear and smell before you see a pinprick of light, and the smell is like rotten flesh that's been masked by a really synthetic smell. So like imagine that you've got a pig carcass that was several days old and you just sprayed a load of lynx over it. Like
So
the student shower style.
Or a lichen perfume.
I'm feeling like it'd be that pig carcass would be awfully smelling.
It smells delicious.
Yeah. And that kind of comes down, and then you see as you get a little bit closer, the light resolves itself into essentially what looks to be a Y junction, and the light is mostly coming from the right hand side fork, but it spills across slightly into the left hand side fork.
Right.
Again,
Before
it's like 150 yards in front of you. This is kind of like you looking ahead.
Well, but before the boys get like closer up, I'll double back, relay that information. We either go down the corridor without the light, or
We'll get nearer first and see what's at the Y corridor for at the junction. See what's there.
Is there anything I can see down the one without the light?
Not especially. You can't see masses down either. You can just see the junction and the light spilling across. You can hear some rumbling as you're getting a bit closer, like growls of ogres and their slightly guttural language from the lit junction. The smell seems as if it's coming from the unlit junction.
Yeah.
And as you get a little bit
When
closer,
we get
go on, sorry.
No, sorry. You're saying when we get closer, I want to know what's at the junction.
Yeah, so as you get a little bit closer, you can see that the light along the yellow goes down towards the yellow line goes down towards the lit side. There is a deep crimson line comes down from the unlit side and then kind of like goes along beside the yellow one. So they don't join into one colour, but they go together exactly like a hospital. And the light on the deep crimson one kind of like stops and is just like shuddering a little bit, just in the lip of the junction.
Oh, strange.
Can we, when we get to the junction, can we make any sort of? Can we look at the floor and see if we can discern anything? I guess it's minerals I'm interested in, and what Omladrin Gems look like. If there's any sort of telltale.
Okay. So as you're getting closer, you could definitely hear ogres from the lit side of the junction.
Might as well go to the lit side, right?
Yeah, we could check out the other way afterwards, I suppose. But you know, where there's this light shaking, is there anything Does the line carry on going where the light would have gone out? Is it just stuck like against anything? Or
Not that you can see.
I mean, damaging the
it's
floor there.
It's going off into the dark, but you can't
Yeah.
see an appreciable barrier that's stopping it.
Okay. We'll peer down the lit side first, I'd say, then see how close these ogres are.
Okay, who's peering?
I'll peer around. Or do you want to? It's lit, so any of us can peer around.
Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah.
I'll have a look round.
Okay, so Ox, you kind of like take a peer down, and this is again is a perfectly formed corridor. The spell is definitely coming from the unlit side, and as you kind of like gaze down that corridor, as you kind of like getting ready to turn down the lit side, you can see that the stone becomes moss covered. There's drips coming off it, and it loses an element of its regularity as the corridor kind of like goes down there. It looks murky and preternaturally dark and a little bit colder, and the stench is really quite gagging. There's something placed around the edge which is creating a nicer smell, or that synthetic smell. It looks like there's some like goose fatty like plastered up there, but it just looks dank, and the moss dangs down and pools of water are gathered and such like. Then as you kind of like turn around, you can see that there are a set of ogres, but the ogres are behind. So in the wall, in each of the wall, imagine a groove around about 5 foot off the ground, so probably like your torso, and most probably kind of just about here on most people for the rest of you guys. And this is a groove that goes into the rock on either side, and it goes along the length of the wall, and the ogres are gathered behind a big thick bar with huge quite sharp spikes on it, and they've got like their shoulders against it, and you can see that this bar would run along the groove. It's quite it takes up pretty much most of the corridor, like as if it's a big spike shield, and they're ready and waiting for you to get into that corridor.
Let's not go down there.
No.
How far are they away down the corridor?
They are about 20. No, they're about 30 feet. No, sorry, 25 feet down, and there's about 5 feet where the grooves start.
Yeah.
So they have a 20-foot run up basically.
Any ideas?
Yeah, let's just go down the other route then.
Could just flush them out.
We're going to need to flush them out eventually. I'm happy for either, really.
Is it like
Are we sure the gems are this way though? The gems
spike.
could be the other way.
I
Yeah, as
they
you look
guard
at the
gems.
floors like stone, you know the Omladrin Gems are kind of blue, bright blue. There's nothing like that. There's no seams that have been worked or anything like that either. On these
Exactly. You'd
levels.
expect a much rougher place with lots. That's why I was looking at the ground for minerals earlier, like chipped rock. That's what I want to find.
It almost feels like a lot of these like corridors, even though they like look natural, almost it's like they've been magically excavated in many ways, potentially.
It's very rough in terms of the sides and such like, but the floor is fairly flat, and it is, even though it's been kind of like carved in a rough fashion. Everything about it is like this Y junction is pretty perfect.
That's what I mean. Like if you had just like a magic laser that went in a straight line, it's like done that. So it's still rough a bit around the edges, but actually it's perfectly straight. It almost feels like that. And this spike that they're all behind is metal, is it?
Metal and wood.
I wonder if acid would do much against it. Or should we go the other way? Look at your grin on your face, Ben. Have you an idea?
So were you saying this thing's
I'm quite happy to
vertical?
flush them out.
Okay, so you've got a corridor.
Cull them.
There's grooves in either wall, which there's a bar which would run along, and then attached to the front of the bar is basically spike shields that run most of the. There's maybe a foot at the top and a foot at the bottom.
Right.
Foot and a half at the top, foot and a half at the bottom, and the grooves allow them to just basically run forward If you like, you imagine like rugby players. In one of those harnesses that they for a scrum, they just charge forward with this and smash it into whomever happens to be in the way. And you can imagine it's grooved because they still want to use this corridor, so it needs to be taken out and put somewhere when they're not under threat.
Yeah, let's just go down the other way, and they'll be forced to follow us if they want to protect what's down there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so you start to move down the corridors. It's incredibly hard for you to walk on the ceiling because this is starting to close in, and you all feel like it's closing in around you.
Oh, by this point, I'm definitely back on level on the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, mate, prattling around.
Make me a perception check, Darion.
Darion?
Ooh.
Whoa, wow. I still got a +0, but that's an 18.
Yeah, okay. This is a feeling rather than it's an observation. It kind of like feels as you're walking along this area, but it kind of like tingles at the back of your neck. There's something not of this world as you're walking down the corridor. You're kind of like stepping down, and it feels as if Tom's a little bit more distant than he would have been normally, as if you're stepping down, and it opens out into a natural cavern, not a worked cavern. You can see every so often the deep crimson line underneath the scrag of the floor, and the stalactites and stalagmites, and there's water dripping, and there's this just thick pool off to one side, and you can see a white shape starting to move, just as if like it's a whale starting to break the surface. Then it kind of like goes away down. It's like pearlescent as it breaks and kind of goes down, and this corridor kind of like heads off further off into the distance.
Wow, what is
Careful,
this
man.
place?
Something wicked walks these halls.
As you starting to talk a little bit, there's just a faint echo, like as if somebody turned reverb up on all of your voices. Killeen is like, I don't like this.
Stay by my side. Let's keep going.
Okay. As you're kind of walking and continuing down the corridor, the pool of water kind of like spreads slightly across the corridor.
Like the water advances onto the corridor.
As you kind of getting closer to it, you see that the pool has always, or as far as you can see, always. It's not like it's suddenly spread that way, but you just now seeing this as you're navigating your way through there. It's getting a little bit colder as well. Not like freezing cold, but a little bit colder.
Be ready, there's something in the waters. And I'm going to take dodge actions while we keep moving through this place. And I guess Killeen will as well.
Yep.
Is the light from my axe still giving
Subdued.
out? Is it slow? Yeah.
It's like everything's had a little bit of saturation. It's been desaturated a little bit.
My boots of spider climbing now a little less sticky as well.
Okay. How far are you willing to continue down?
Darion, do you think this goes anywhere significant?
I mean, they wouldn't have a encampment so close to it if they didn't want to come down here to retrieve something, right?
Possibly. Is there any evidence of like ogres being down here? Like any just
Nope.
discarded stuff? None.
And you're like leaving footprints and whatnot
Yeah.
in the dirt and the mud and the stuff like that.
So it'd be
Where's the red
really
line?
obvious.
What's this lead
It would
off
be
to?
really obvious if they'd been here then.
You would imagine so.
Right.
There's nothing. None of the ogres have been especially stealthy or anything of that nature.
Even the ogres don't seem to come to this place, but
Perhaps you're right.
maybe we should go on a bit further.
Yeah, but we've really got to save time. Where do you think these gems are?
Well, we haven't seen any evidence the ogres have actually extracted any gems, have we? So maybe the gems are down here.
I didn't take locate object.
We found that the doggers hadn't been carrying any mining tools.
No.
They've not. We found no evidence of them actually, apart from them being here.
But you also know that Omladrin Gems are incredibly rare.
Yeah,
Really, really rare.
maybe they are down here.
Does this place look like it's been roughly cut as well?
This
No,
looks
it's
much more natural.
Does it look similar to when we went to that giant's place and we dipped into? Did we dip into the Underdark briefly? You know, when we went in underground.
Maybe not into the full underground, but yeah, it looks similar to that. But again,
The upper dark.
yeah, the upper dark, the middle dark. But there is just this eerie feeling about it, and there is this edge to your voice, that's like, somebody has put reverb up, so there's a slight echo on each of your voice. It's not like an echo as in a cavern, but a little bit fuzziness, and everything. All your colours look rather, desaturated a little bit.
This could be some magical trick to keep people away from the gems.
Well, let's march forward then. We've not got much time.
Oh, we've lost Ben.
That's a magical trick!
It's
a magical trick!
So yeah, so Ben and I planned that.
Diego's lost to the depths forever.
Oh man! And do we do a hard cut off? Oh, there he is. Do we do a hard cut off at 10?
Not at 10. No, 10 to 11
Okay.
for me.
Cool. Because I was thinking like the next few minutes would roll around and be like, and you'll find out what that thing is next time.
That's a good
Well,
idea. Right, so it gets hold of Diego's arm. And says, and then throws it at Diego's corpse. Oh, hi Ben. Hi, welcome back.
Ben's like, what's going on?
Can you hear us? No. Right, so if you can't hear us, then what I want you to do is I want you to be saying, Diego, don't go down there, don't go down there. Yeah. When he comes.
Oh.
So it gets hold of Diego.
I don't think he can hear us yet. Wait till we... Oh, he's typing.
He is typing.
You've muted yourself now.
Oh yeah, he's muted himself. Oh, I can hear him. I can hear him.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello.
So it gets hold of
sorry,
Diego's
my
arm.
internet went down. Don't know what happened.
You missed a good bit.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's got hold of Diego's arm, and it says, and throws it across at Diego's corpse. But can everybody make initiative rolls for me, please?
Oh, no.
Boy. Oh boy.
Ugh.
Oh, Darion's amazing initiative rolls.
Is that sarcasm? Or
Yeah.
is that a good roll?
No.
Okay, so what do you get, Ox?
15.
What do you get, Diego?
13. I need to start rolling higher.
Yeah, what do you get, Darion?
Oh, no, 12. 12, sorry, 12.
What did Killeen get?
He actually got 11.
That's going on that. Okay. So as you're kind of like having a little bit of a conference, I guess, with each other.
Yeah.
About what the next step is. You suddenly feel the temperature go really quite warm, and then swarming tentacles kind of come out of just a space in front of you. They've got razor sharp teeth, and they're kind of like coming forward like like, do you know how a squid attacks? Like all of them together, they come racing forward like that towards Diego as it happens. But I'm assuming that you're all relatively kind of close to each other.
Well, I'm that good looking. Why wouldn't it?
That must be. And then you see that some of the tentacles, some of the smaller tentacles, have like eyes on them. But these are razor sharp teeth diving towards Diego. Ox, you are going first.
Can I swing my axe up at some before I get to Diego?
Can I look out, sir, and tackle him to the ground?
Yeah, absolutely.
27
Hits.
and that's good. 16, 24 damage.
Okay, this is a magical axe, isn't it?
Yeah. So 12 of that damage was magical.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, because the way Flame Tongue works. Flame Tongue's such a weird weapon.
And it's what size? Wow, so it's going to get... I'll have that many hit points. Okay. So you did how much, sorry?
24, and
Yeah.
12 of it was magic.
Yeah, okay. You kind of slice into some of the tentacles, cutting a few of them, cutting a couple of them off.
Yep.
3 of them off. And they sever, they fall to the ground, and they look like dead eels out of water.
Yeah.
Can
Can I keep attacking whatever it is?
Can you roll me a percentile dice?
Oh.
Tell me if it's 20 or less.
It's 53.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, you can keep on swinging.
22.
Hits.
8, 9, 10, 14. 22, and 6 of that is magic.
Okay, can you roll me percentile dice? 2 more tentacles fall to the ground.
97.
Okay. You got another attack?
Yep. 28.
Yep. Okay, hits.
And 7, 10. 24 damage again, and 9 is magical.
Ben is truly pixelated right now.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Go on, percentile dice again.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Oh, 13.
Oh, all right. Okay. As you kind of swing down, you slice into some more tentacles. A couple of the eyes drop. One of them kind of like is hanging over nothing and just kind of like drops down, and you can see where it's like as if there was a ledge that it's hanging over, and you can see back into it, and you can see this. How best to describe it? It's almost like do you know when Frodo gets hit on Weathertop, or when he puts a ring on and the whole world changes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like Ben at the moment. But it looks like when Frodo's got the ring on into this other world, so you've got this really small window around which the tentacle is kind of is dripping, and you can see off into this other world, and you can see a monster that looks like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is
It's huge.
awful.
It is 30 foot long, and it's got very many more tentacles where that came from.
I shout to the guys, we need to get out of here. There's something hidden behind the shadows. And then that's my go.
Diego. Ben, can you hear
I'd
us?
like to dodge.
Okay, right. So
It's,
Do you want to try turning your video off and on again?
yeah.
yeah.
Do you want to do it then?
Did you get a portrait done by Claude Monet?
Beg your pardon?
It looks.
Yeah.
You are just pixels to us. Like you are becoming more pixelated by the second.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
So
like
turn your video off and on again.
it's like 8-bit Diego.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
Any
better.
better?
Way better.
no, go back to what it
I look
was.
forward to watching this.
Okay, so Diego, you're next.
Oh. Any high ground in this cabin?
Yeah, the ceiling. Stalagmites, stalactites.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's all occupied by Jedis.
I'd like to dodge and get to some of that high ground. Can I see like ahead of this thing?
So you're looking essentially. So Ox has sliced through on the tentacles, but rather than dropping into the prime material plane, it's hung back to whatever world it lives within, and there's like a window like
that big,
this kind of size,
Right.
through which you can see, and it looks as you look through this thing, very similar to how Frodo. The world looks within the ring. Essentially, out of character knowledge, this is on the ethereal plane.
I was going to say it's ethereal.
Yeah. But you've been around Adran, so you probably have some understanding of the ethereal.
He's mentioned it.
every time he shot an arrow, didn't it?
Yeah.
He probably went into it.
Every time he missed, he was like, "Oh, yeah, no, that hit something on the ethereal plane,
Yeah,
guys."
it hit him on the other plane.
Right in the eye. Right in the eye.
Yeah, on another plane, it killed them.
We must be getting close to these gems. We must be getting close.
Maybe,
Yes. Double down on it.
but run.
I think we should keep going.
What? Keep fighting this thing?
I mean, it seems to be tied to a water source, right? Like, do we see that it's still liking to be in this water source?
If not in the water.
No, it wasn't in the water when it attacked us. It just appeared in the front of us on the path.
Okay, let's kill it and go find some gems.
Yeah, let's kill it.
Okay. So what are you doing, Diego? All you can see in your world is the tentacles, of which quite a lot have been sliced off.
We follow the red line. Are we still in initiative with this thing? Is this thing gone?
No, it's
It's still fighting us.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Without it being here, I'm not really quite sure what I could do. What my options are.
Can he skewer something?
Sorry.
Is he within range to skewer something, Paul?
Tentacles.
Yeah, you can skew a tentacle.
Oh, there's still tentacles flying about. Yeah. Okay. I'll kebab them.
Yep. Okay.
13.
Misses. It just dodges out of your way.
Misses. My knife. Say 16.
Again, you kind of just get a glancing blow against one, but not enough to be able to hit it.
Okay. That's me done.
Okay, Killeen
That's
is
me done
next.
for now.
Okay, Killeen is going to take a couple swipes. Oh, jeez. We can just open this. Although he's not dealing in magical damage, so we'll see how this goes. So that's 13 plus 7.
Hits.
Alright. What does he do with 7 damage?
Okay. It doesn't. It slices into a tentacle. It kind of like doesn't quite sever it, but it does do damage to it.
Okay.
The magical stuff is for whether you get an opportunity to try to bounce it into the ethereal or not, and see what lives on the other side.
Right.
Okay. Anything else?
He's got another attack, which misses.
Okay, Darion. What do you roll?
He rolled a 2 plus
Okay, yeah, misses.
7.
Darion.
Yes. So Darren's going to go back to back Killeen. So we're going to go back to. Are these tentacles all around us at this point, or?
No, they're not swarming around you. They're kind of like mostly in one kind of like direction. Though you've seen this creature is at least 30 foot long with a huge maw. So you don't know whether that's going to come out somewhere else or what have you.
Right. I'll go shoulder to shoulder with him then, and I'll try and attack 2 tentacles.
Yep. Okay.
With a 8. 12's not going to hit.
No.
Oh god, that's so bad. 14.
No, misses. It ducks out of the way. Okay. It is going to have a go at you, Diego. Misses there. Oh, Jesus, misses there. Oh, that's going to hit, though. One of the tentacles comes and bites straight into you, taking 5 points of damage.
5?
Yep. Can you make me a grapple check?
Dex?
If you
It's
wish.
your acrobatics
Yeah.
or athletics.
Acrobatics. Oh.
Oh, it's two matching sounds.
What did you
Right.
get?
18 on the die. Add 13.
18 and 13, 31.
Yeah.
You're 1 over what it
Oh,
rolled.
Wow.
This thing
Jeez, that's
kind of like
high.
clamps onto you and then suddenly tenses, and you can see the kind of like resistance. Diego's yanked off his feet, kind of like dragged along the ground, manages to get his arm around from the stalagmites, just kind of like pulls back, starts to rip away kind of like a little bit of his flesh, tears a chunk of the flesh out, that goes off into the ethereal. You're kind of like stood there. As you were being pulled towards it, you saw this basically man-sized mouth kind of ready to chow down on you.
we need to run. Shit.
Okay. Shit.
It would have definitely pulled you into the ethereal plane. I mean, it did roll quite well on the dice. Ox.
Oh shit. Are we gonna? Do I get any time to actually speak to the guys quickly? Like, are we gonna fight this thing or run?
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
Yeah. I'll just say fight or run.
Fight. I think that's what we're doing.
Right, I'll keep hacking at some tentacles then.
More tentacles are just kind of like spewing out. You've seen like this has got very, very many tentacles.
Yeah, I'm not convinced this is the right tactic, guys. 27.
Hits.
17 damage.
Okay, 17. Yep.
23.
Yeah,
And
hits.
21 damage.
Okay. Yep.
hacking
As you slash away at that one, all of the tentacles suddenly go back and disappear.
Yeah.
It's a creature. It wants to live. Like,
I suppose. I'm still going to be on edge though, so I'm like shield up,
Make a
looking
perception,
around.
make a perception check.
Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
The white shape that's in the pool, you can see just kind of like is now really at the edge of it, and you can see thin like claws that end in quite sharp hooks are just kind of like on the edge of the surface. The whole thing looks like it's tensed together.
There, we're about to be attacked, guys.
so this is a different creature.
Yep.
Presumably.
Presumably this creature scared away the other creature. I'm going to like
Weird.
back away from that then.
Okay. So you went past the pool into this other room, stopped to have
Yeah.
a bit of a conflab. This creature attacked. You're like, what the fuck's going on? So you're looking around and you can see this thing lurking as it, in weight. It's like really white, and as it's quite close to the surface, you're able to kind of see it lit by your torch.
And who's it nearest?
Whoever's at the back.
White claws?
It looks you can see at least 15 feet of it. Then you think it probably then goes off down into the water a little bit.
I'm just going to point it out to everyone, and that's all I can do this round, really.
Mm-hmm.
Done my attack.
Okay, Diego, you're next. I'll give it an initiative roll.
We go back to back with Ox.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this squid ethereal monster thing's gone yet. I'm just waiting for the next opening or the next tentacle to appear.
Okay, well, you're readying your action to hit any
Yeah.
tentacles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Killeen.
Let's go into like a circle, like all of us facing out in different directions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to
There's
ready an
4 of them.
attack, and I guess I'll ready an attack for tentacles or
Claws.
tentacles or that thing advancing on us, or a thing advancing on us.
Yep. Okay.
A hostile tentacle or hostile. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Ox.
Has this thing got any nearer, or is it still like kind of
Hanging around waiting. As you're straining your eyes to kind of like look at it, you see above the pool there's satiny black bulbs that are about the size of probably, let me think now, size of the length of my forearm, but maybe a little bit wider, and they're kind of hanging by fibrous roots. There's only 5 or 6 of them, but you can see a liquid just it kind of like and kind of drops down and is feeding this pool.
That's weird. How far away is it from me?
Oh, it's like 40, 50 feet.
No.
You try speaking to it.
No, I suggest we all walk backwards carefully, keeping our guard up, and I'll just ready an action in case
Backwards
anything.
towards the where you came.
Because it's where we came from. So
Oh, do we
that
have to
white
walk?
thing-
Do we have to walk past that then to keep going?
The white thing.
Well, you can either continue through this complex, which you don't know how far it goes or what's it about, but it does all feel very strange and very weird. And certainly there's no ogre traffic or anything along these lines. Or you can walk back towards the complex that the ogres were guarding, but you would have to walk past this creature.
I say we go deeper because that's like ogre protection, right?
Well, yeah, I think just naturally I would back away from this creature, so I'd
This is where
back
we
away
dig too
deeper
deep
into the
and see
So
what
complex.
we're going to go deeper. We're going
Yeah.
deeper into the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
For now,
Okay.
until it backs off.
How long are you prepared to kind of like keep going?
Wait.
What,
I don't
as
know.
in
It depends
character
if I-
traveling hours.
I was just wanting to back off to see if this thing like receded.
Oh, the thing
A
about the
bit.
pool.
Yeah.
It stays
If we back
where
on away,
stays where it is the limit of Diego's sight, which is 60
I think we
feet.
make a run back to the ogre section.
Ogre texture.
I think we can interrogate an ogre.
I don't think it's common.
We need to get back. We either need to go deeper into this weird place or go back past this creature.
Yeah.
I would suggest probably back past this creature. That we didn't kill that thing. That could come back any minute. A tentacle, ethereal plane. I don't fancy getting dragged into the ethereal plane.
You might meet Dan.
Well, there's a chunk of Diego there now, so now he's going to get cloned.
All right, let's head out of here then. If you really don't like it.
Shall we walk steadily back past the creature, like shields up,
Yeah. I
ready
guess
to
so.
hit if it jumps out? Yeah.
I think taking the dodge action would be better because he probably wants to drag us under, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's seeming like he's wanting to drag us under, so let's just take a dodge action and keep distance and move past then.
Okay, as you kind of like get within about 15 feet of it, who would you say is point?
Yeah, it'd be one of us to the two tanky people.
Yeah, probably me.
Ox. Okay.
Yeah.
it does lunge straight out with disadvantage, which is you're going to smash it away with your shield.
Yeah.
As it kind of comes out, it looks like.
Oh,
No, it looks kind of similar.
Whoa.
I don't recognise any of these creatures. That's probably why.
That'll be why.
Wow.
Second edition, volume 4 of the Monster Manual. When we've gone through the bottom of the barrel and we were like excavated the sewer.
Is this why it's such a weird, strange world where the colour's slightly saturated? Because it's an older edition. We're going back into the world of black and white.
That's right.
Yeah, sooner or later, we're all black and white.
You
look
see
down-
the remains of Apraxin's second wife.
Yeah. Well remembered for that.
Good work. You look down at your character sheets and you realise that kind of you've got Thaco rather than attack.
Ox slowly disappears because there is no Dragonborn in a second. I don't exist.
Becomes a kobold.
Yeah.
Just a tanked up kobold.
And Darion is a subclass of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So did it miss, I assume?
It did miss, yes.
Run!
Mm.
You're fleeing?
Yeah.
Yeah, run.
I guess
We're not
we are.
fleeing, we're marching away like
It's
heroes.
a tactical retreat.
Yeah. Run away!
Okay, well, it do you know, like on nature films where seals like really huge bull seals like lunge out and then they're kind of like, fuck, what do we do now, boys? It's kind of like that. It tries to scrabble after you with its claws, but it's like floundering around.
Walrus.
Like, and you kind of head back down through towards the light.
So where there's that red light flickering in the ground, is it just like against where this like darkness kind of starts? Almost.
More or
many
less,
ways.
yeah. So as you're kind of coming through, there is a thick, viscous, like goose fat spread around the edge of the entrance, and the red light kind of like stops, not against it, but not too far from it.
Mm.
But this smell was the other side as well, down the other wide junction,
stank down there, absolutely. But it smells worse outside because all your sensors and such like were muted slightly down there.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I prepare Fine Steed?
Well, that was a silly place.
Mm.
Let's just go to Camelot.
Yeah.
The ogres are positioned
Still there.
there. Yes.
Yeah, and I doubt they're gonna set it off if we just step into the room and step out. So.
Do you reckon we could grapple hook and then just winched it towards us slowly? And they'd be like, I could just acid breath the nearest ones.
Do you think you could break some wooden mechanism with your acid breath?
Possibly.
I was thinking like the one option would be if Diego
possible.
takes off his boots, gives them to Ox.
Or
The arms are up the ceiling, run behind the thing, and then push it
It's
back.
there's not a big enough gap.
doesn't the Horn of Blasting
Yes,
damage
it's half a
structures?
foot, so it's like
Uh,
that. Oh, you still got the Horn of Blasting!
But it could bring the cave down on us. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, do that. Mess them up with some Horn of Blasting. Even if it blows up, you're resistant to fire now.
Yeah. Oh, this could go horribly wrong.
So you're using sorry, run this past me again. What are you doing?
Well, if the ogres are all behind this thing, we can lean out and
Yeah.
just blast it to like damage it, so they can't use it. Essentially.
Okay, so let's have a look.
And them, like, it gets everything in the area, right?
30-foot
Yeah.
cone, audible 600 feet away.
I mean-
each creature in the cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Fail save, take that damage. Creatures and objects made of glass or crystal are disadvantaged on the saving throw.
What's Wood's average saving throw on a good day?
Explosion deals 10d. If it 20% chance of causing the horn to explode, deals 10d6 damage to the blower and destroys the horn.
Okay. I can survive that. Oh, I can't remember how much damage it does. 10d6. Oh
Okay,
no.
so
Fire,
it
though,
does. So
fire.
they get a con save, and it does 5d6 thunder and deafens them if they
Wood
fail.
and metal and stone gets a con save.
Creatures and objects made of. I can't remember how objects work in this object.
There's some obscure rules in the DMG somewhere for like it takes this
Yeah,
much damage
like-
to break through this much metal, this much
And this much-
thickness.
oh, yeah.
This thing has hit points and an armor class.
Okay.
I've defined for it, but I didn't give it saves. I think it normally just takes a save of the creature that's wielding it, but strictly speaking, it's kind of wielded by the wall. There is something in the DMG though. Okay, DMG, Dungeon Master's Guide.
Everyone knows we're here anyway, so if a 600-foot sound, that's going to echo a long way. It's like, cover your ears, lads.
Are you doing it?
Bang.
Let me just see them what I can do if I can find. Is it in combat options, adventuring options, possibly? Fear and horror, rest variants, firearms.
How much is your second wind do now as a fighter?
D10 plus fighter level, so D10 plus 12. It's not bad. Minimum 13 healing.
Right, let me just go and check.
Minimum 13 healing as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could also parry. I should have done that against the ogre when he punched me.
There are ogres on our side of the of this battering shield.
No,
isn't there?
they're all behind it. They're going to
They're
wait
all
till they're in
behind
the corner and run it and smash us with it. That's what I want to do.
Mm.
So I just want to peek around and blast it out of their hands.
Okay, so let's have a look-see here. Objects. Statistics for objects. Okay, so you get AC, you get hit points. You don't get a save. Cheers.
But it can't jump out the way, so how? I don't understand how a save
That's a
works.
con save, isn't it?
Oh, to see how
Yeah.
stable it is.
How structurally sound.
Well, I thought that's what hit points
Just-
shows how structurally sound it is.
I say just take a guesstimation based on how well they constructed it.
Mm.
Depends if it's Dwarven made or Ogre made. I'm hoping
Yeah,
Ogre made.
exactly.
Oh, it's Ogre made.
Alright. Paper mache then.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, okay. So let's see. Horn of blasting. So you turn around the corner. You speak the command word. What's the command word? Horn's command word?
I'll just blow it. I don't think there was a command word, was there?
Okay, you blow it.
I'll roll my percentage die to see which damage I'm rolling.
Yeah.
81.
Oh,
I
that's
assume
within 20 of 100. So yeah, okay. So
5d6?
yeah, 5d6, and they get a save. They get a con save. So let's give these guys a con save. So that's the one on the left.
11,
Bells it.
15.
Yep, one on the right. Passes it.
19 damage.
So 19 damage. Right, okay.
And a deafened, and he failed.
19.
Means they can't hear us run in now.
So what does deafened mean?
I don't think it means much, really, does it?
No, it does not mean an awful lot. Unless it's a creature that specifically hunts by sound, it really isn't that helpful.
Yeah, unless one of the other ogres is a battle master and giving it command.
Yeah.
And the wood. So the wood would take how much it failed its save?
19 damage.
So I need that.
Wait another turn and acid breath that bitch and job done.
This is where we found out there was a blue Omladrin gem behind it, and it's crystalline, and it's blows up. No.
Okay, so let's just narrate this. So you kind of go around the corner. You can kind of see them tense through the structure. You kind of like everybody hears this as it kind of goes down there. One of them, they both grab their ears. One of them kind of, and you can see blood kind of like pouring down the side.
This is all in slow motion.
Yeah. The other one kind of like gets knocked a little bit back, but doesn't look to be quite so bad. You smash in one of the shields completely. One of the others is kind of like still there. The whole thing rattles quite a lot within the grooves, but I just rolled 2 of the wrong dice. But it doesn't fall out. It's a lot less stable, and in fact, Diego, you think you can probably run along the side that's smashed now, because it's kind of like just collapsed down, and just the structure of it's behind. But there's still a bar around about kind of like chest height in the corridor if you're on the floor. Okay, so that happens. One of them is clutching its ears. The other's going, and he's going.
I'm now imagining one that's turning to the other going like this, and he was like, and then the other just turned around, there's a rapier going through there, and then a Diego at the end of it.
So let us have what we'll call some initiative rolls.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
I mean, you've disrupted their readied action as well, because they're like slightly recoiling from it.
Darion with the slow starts today.
Oh, I've got an even slower start on this one.
Ox is going on.
4.
So 4. Diego on.
14.
Darion on.
7.
Killeen on.
18.
They are going to get disadvantage to their initiative. Okay, so you're going on that. And you are going on. Okay, Killeen is first.
So there's no way Killeen was expecting that. So he's not going to have enough time to draw his crossbow. He is just going to ready an action to follow Darion in. To follow whatever Darion does.
Okay. Diego.
There's a break in the shield wall, yeah? Right. Diego goes into a run. Hand plants the floor. Backflip. Triple somersault. Tucks, rolls, over the bar. Comes over the other side. Weapon out.
And then...
I'm here, bitches!
And then stabs, I assume?
Yeah, no, finishes with a stab.
No round of applause?
Yeah.
Okay. Make the roll. So all that happens. You don't need to do anything for that.
23.
Hits.
No, so that's on the acrobatics roll.
Oh, you didn't need to.
He did it with aplomb.
That's a 16.
Yep, okay. 16 hits.
But he has an
behind him, by the way.
Sorry, what's that? Fine.
Is he gonna? It's gonna be hard for him to get sneak attack because there's allies about for the ogres.
He's a swashbuckler, though.
Yeah.
You know, but it has to.
They have to be on the round. They have to be on the round.
People adjacent to the ally.
Okay.
Are they 5?
Oh no, it's people adjacent to you, isn't it? Not people adjacent to the person you're attacking, right?
I can't remember.
Is there anyone within 5 feet of the one that I'm attacking?
Yeah, the other
There's
one.
none of us.
There's nothing within 5 feet of it.
There's an ogre.
Yeah,
There probably is an ogre, yeah. The ogre's got an ogre buddy right beside him.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck. Well, okay. Well, you know what?
Oh, so swashbuckler only work like one-on-one, that kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the idea. It's a
I
duelist.
thought there was a bit more space between them. However...
I thought it was people next to you.
No, that's just normal sneak attack.
That's just normal sneak attack. So the attack. So 12 to hit. Oh, sorry, 12 on the damage.
Yep.
Yeah. And with some fancy footwork, I can move without engage without provoking, and I'm going to run up the wall.
Yeah. Okay.
These ogres don't know what's hit them. They're just like this loud ringing.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's like
you
I go,
gain.
"Ah."
Okay. So with sneak attack for a swashbuckler, so it was 12 damage. Did you say to the ogre?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no sneak attack.
So that ogre has already taken that many damage, so that would be 12. So that would be 30. Okay, that many. So the swashbuckler is. I just read it. Okay. You don't need an advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you're within 5 feet.
No, but if it's
no other
one on
creatures are
one,
within 5 feet of you, and you don't.
Yeah, it's 5 feet of you.
Well, it would be within 5 feet of you because they're basically co-located.
yeah, but there has to be nothing within 5 feet of it. No allies or anything like that.
No,
It's
no,
5 feet of you.
it's 5 feet of you. So if you're fighting an opponent, say here's you, here's the opponent, and there's the opponent's ally, you'd still get the sneak attack.
Yeah, it doesn't apply in this case, but it's 5 feet of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you head off up the wall. Okay. Anything else?
Well, would you like me to roll my sneak attack damage if that's...
No, it
No.
doesn't apply.
No, because there was one.
So that you're
There was
within
one
5
diagonal
feet.
from you.
Yeah, that you're within 5
There was
feet
one in
the
front of
ogres.
you and diagonal from you when you attacked there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Anything else?
So I'm happy to with a sneak attack. I'm up the wall.
Okay.
I'm standing cushy.
Okay.
That's cool.
Darion.
But, no, horizontal, but cushy.
So it would come up to Darion's chest. Has the shield been like completely obliterated on that side?
On one side, it's pretty much it's kind of been smashed, such that it's kind of fallen into the middle of the back of the structure. So you can get through the structure. You just have to duck down.
Okay. Well, Darion will move in and ready a duck action. To
We
get
said a duck action.
a duck action, and he'll say, "Get ready to duck to Killeen."
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. You're just moving basically and dodging underneath the bar.
Oh, it's that close.
Well, yeah, it's like 20 feet. Did I say 20? I think I said it was
okay.
25 feet.
But we've disrupted their ready action, so they can't charge you.
Yeah,
know, you do
so
it.
so they had a ready action for when you got close enough to whatever trigger they had. The Horn of Blasting has disrupted their ready action, so they're going to go on their initiative.
Yeah.
If I can get through, then I will get through.
Yeah, you can get through. It's all that. So there's one shield and then the bar across, but all you're doing is ducking underneath a metal bar.
Okay. And that both my action and movement or just my movement?
Well, you'd be up against them with a 30-foot move.
So you can attack them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Right.
Darion is just marching in so casually here, and it's like,
So there's one that's just got
Oh,
blood streaming from its ears that has got a puncture wound from where Diego's hit it. The other one is screaming blue murder, but looks a lot less injured.
So it's kind of like James Bond chasing that like acrobat guy Diego
yeah.
shield. I rolled a 19 to attack the one that
Hits.
Diego's just attacked.
Okay, hits.
That's 4. Nice. So that's 16 altogether.
16. Okay, it is still there.
Second attack then. 13 plus 8.
Hits.
And a... Ooh, nice. Oh, that was nearly like perfect damage. 19 damage altogether.
Okay, it dies. You
Cool.
pull your sword up through it, smash it with a shield, bang it into the side. It can't even hear its own screams of death. Ox.
Will it be Killeen now because he waited his initiative to
Yes,
go behind?
he's followed.
Followed in behind me, but he can't.
Oh,
attack.
did he not? Okay.
Well, he can't attack because he can only do one
Well,
thing.
to use his action. Yeah.
Is the space big enough for me to get through with
Not
broken
really.
shield? Can
So-
I walk up and just try pull the other shields down?
Yeah,
Then,
you
if they're
just
not
rip them down. Yeah.
rip them down.
And that then will
perf-
give you space to go next turn.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so
And I'll just look at the ogres in disgust at their terrible tactics.
yeah, they look at you and they say, "Look, okay, right."
They weren't expecting a horn of blasting.
Statistically, the horn of blasting is quite hold on, let's have a look. Is a rare, wondrous item. So there are not very many of them in the world, and there's not very many people who've got the cojones to use them when you can take 20 of the damage. So from our perspective, in our risk register, we assessed it. We thought it was quite high impact, but very low likelihood. So we decided that this was not a bad strategy to use as an encounter on the way to the boss. So if this was the be all and end all of this adventure, then I could understand your point, Ox. He says.
There was a management meeting of ogres, and there was one ogre in that meeting in the risk when they were trying to decide the risk assessment. We have to put this in. It might happen. The rest of them were like, it's not going to happen.
That's it. Fuck Karen. There's and then swing at you with a great club. I've rolled a natural 1.
He took so long to explain, he forgot to attack.
Yeah.
Killeen is next.
Killeen is next, right. Can Killeen...
No.
Can he? Is there any way he can get through?
Yeah, he can step across the body of the fallen ogre to kind of essentially flank the other ogre.
Cool, he's going to do that then. Da-da-da-da-da. Gee, he rolls better than I do. That's a 19 plus 7.
That hits.
And that is good damage. It's 9.
Okay. Killeen steps in, puts a solid hit into the ogre.
Okay, and then the next one, he crits! What the fuck? I haven't done a crit smite in ages.
It's still you rolling it.
I know, but still, that wasn't even that impressive of a crit. That was 5, 7, 8.
He crit, but then he looked how sad Darion looked. So he kind of like held back his blow a little bit. It's just that kind of NPC, you know. His job is to make Darion look good, and he looked at it, he assessed the options here. He's like, I can't see all the show, can't take the limelight. Diego.
So after the miraculous gymnastics routine,
Yep. For which the ogres
the
had
ogre's
no
running
risk
up the
assessment.
wall, and then all this happens in like one whole long routine.
Mm-hmm.
Stab, runs up the wall, kicks, doubles back, somersaults back over to then sneak attack one of the ones that's left.
So the one that Killeen just attacked then?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So let me think. So you'll have to probably land on the wall to have enough space to attack, because this is fairly clustered around now.
Can he jump to the ceiling?
Yeah, you can backflip and kind of like land on the wall
Stabbing it head.
above, and then
That works.
like diagonally. If you imagine that's the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Attack.
I dare you.
Oh,
Is it crit?
that's a 29.
Nearly a crit.
Hey, that's so mediocre. 3, 5, 10, 16, 19, 25.
25. Oh wow.
25.
Okay. You smash into it. It's completely not expecting you. It's got its great club raised. You kind of slice some of the tendons across its shoulder, kind of like down through its arm, along its arm. Screams in pain. It is able to hear it. Screams in pain, but it's still there.
Oh.
Oh, That's not part of the plan. That's something that Kelly says when something's happening.
Let's see if that dagger will polish it off.
Might have to crit.
That's an 18 on the dagger.
It's
That's 1. 1 piercing damage.
it says to you. Darion.
Okay. Darion is gonna. Can Darion move in and attack some ogre?
Yeah.
The corpse of the other fallen one now. We're just corpse.
Killeen says, "Come on, Darion, come on."
Right. Oh, there's a 19. That's
Hits.
not bad. 19 plus whatever I do to hit. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the first attack.
Slices into it, chops off its arm, lands dead.
Oh. Well, I'll step over that one then. And is there still one left? Yeah.
No, it's 2.
Oh. Wait, there's 2 left.
No, there's none left. There were 2.
Oh. Wow. Job done, I guess, guys.
Okay. Well, what are you doing now?
I guess we just got to kind of push on, right?
Is it still smell bad in this corridor? Is it still all that like?
No, so this
fatty
is a
stuff.
normal corridor. So
Okay,
we went down the lit corridor.
The other
And
one was a super smelly one.
all of the corridors are lit from now on, and you can see that kind of like there's all this dust motes in the air from where the horn of blasting has kind of thrown a load of dust up. And it's slowly settling down, and you can kind of like see bits of debris and such like from the splintered woods have been thrown down the corridor, and it's a dead straight corridor with a yellow and a red line running dead center, and kind of adopt the same formation as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that contraption was to stop them creatures getting in rather than us? Possibly.
I don't know, because if that thing can shift into the ethereal
I
plane...
suppose, yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, we'll keep following the line.
Yeah, Darion says this with like a pipe. Oh.
Yeah, there was a fairly clear demarcation between kind of like the contagious area and the not contagious area. So it may well be that there's some form of mystical or barrier put there. That's hypothesizing. It's not like you've got the notes that I have out in front of me on the screen. Okay, so you go down this again straight corridor, and it ends in a very substantial double door, upon which there are inlaid probably precious stones rather than gems. They don't really reflect the light that you would expect from a gem, and they're inlaid in Death-Ek runes, the runes of the dwarves.
Okay.
It's a solid looking door.
Very solid looking door.
Search for magical traps, because the last time I kicked in a fancy door...
I'll put a horn of blasting away.
Yeah, the last time I kicked down a fancy door, I got cut.
What? Dwarven runes?
Yep.
Anyone speak Dwarven?
No.
It's more
No.
bleeding dwarven as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
But...
not going to be particular about it or anything.
Just if we had an illiterate dwarf, wouldn't be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, searching for traps. Who's searching for traps? Sorry.
Yeah.
The rogue should
15.
probably do it.
Okay, you don't find anything?
15. I see your 15. And I raise you 30.
Let's see.
17 on the die. That's a plus 30. Hang on.
What is your passive perception?
Oh, sorry, my passive perception. I beg your pardon. 27. 5.
Okay,
No, hang on.
okay, but what's your passive perception?
40.
Be really high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
32. 32.
Your
What, on the
passive
roll?
perception is not 32.
No, 32. That's kept 32. But your perception will be plus. Something ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong bloody one. Read my bloody stealth.
Nobody sees Diego go up to look at the
Sorry,
door.
I'm so sorry. No, 17. Do you want plus perception?
Yes.
Right, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
22.
You're forgiven, right.
Still better than Darion's.
Yeah, and I imagine your passive perception's much more like a normal perception.
what's yours passive perception?
It's 10.
Wizcrack.
15.
Wizcrack comes along and sees your 22 and raises you a 47. But then he heads back to the other campaign. Ox, you having a go as well?
Yeah.
Killeen, is he having a go?
I suppose he would, yeah.
I can roll. But
No, I
You're
don't
like,
do-
Killeen, look for traps. Look for traps, Killeen.
You don't find any traps, but you do hear a roaring, a deep, guttural, vicious roar. Not an ogre roar, which at least has a semblance of language to it, but something much more animalistic from behind. The
From
door.
behind us.
Behind us.
From behind the door, and you can hear,
Oh, right.
you can hear a kind of like, boo, like as if something's putting its shoulder against the door. And then you hear a and then it kind of withdraws slightly.
Do I sense red dragon?
There are 9 of them.
Okay.
You sense that you've disrupted poker night, and they're really pissed off. There are no, you don't sense anything.
And they're dealing in Omladrin Gems. Like,
That's right.
chips are.
So there's something big behind this
You
door.
walk in, and one of the red dragons is taking its skin off because you had to put it in its shirt back. There is definitely something behind the door. Yeah, definitely something behind the door.
Okay, does it look like we can open it from this side then? Is it a pull or a push?
It would go that way.
Push.
Push.
Makes a more dramatic entrance.
Is it
Okay,
hard
so-
to touch?
So the two strengthy people. My strength is 15, but we're gonna do a door each because there's hefty things.
We can try. Wait, you're strong. It'd be me and you then, surely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Let's.
So take a door each, and we'll open them wide fast, and you two can have like ready actions for charges. Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this right then. So, you, Ox and Darion, you're going to push against the door to break it through, strength check style. Diego and Killeen are going to ready actions to charge in.
No, to attack anything that charges them.
Right. Okay.
So we're going to try and open this door as fast as possible. That's why there's two of us.
Yeah. So let's have. So you can both make strength checks against like one half the door, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, make strength checks.
I'm lucky in that.
18.
Okay, Ox's door yours still holds.
Oh.
Oh, so his 18 didn't
Can I
mind.
drink 2 health potions before we do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, because mine didn't work either. If
Push
you-
against it, it doesn't open.
No.
The other option would be to try both against one.
Possibly. Oh, there's all these gems in it, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
In the door.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps there's some locking mechanism. Describe the door again to me.
So it's slightly arched double door. So both one half. They would open inwards.
Yeah.
The most obvious locking mechanism would be a bar across. There's nothing that you can see that like has a key or anything along those lines, particularly. And it's not. You don't see anything that indicates a mechanism that would open it. Nothing along those lines. And it's set in it's natural stone rather than work stone.
Right, so I think we both push one side of it, Darion, together.
Okay.
We'll give it a shove. Roll again.
Try.
Oh, that's better. 24.
That is better. So just flat strength. 19.
Okay, so you both put your shoulders against this.
Backs out.
Kind of like go. Diego and Killeen ready themselves to whatever's kind of like coming. You can all hear. Right, that's better. And you burst open the door, and you see a 6-legged. It's a 4-legged, large creature. It's got 6 eyes. It's got like just this big maw, at least the kind of like the size of Ox's torso, just bounds out at you, which we'll deal with next session at 10 to 11. And you can see behind, in the moment that this creature comes rearing out, that there's another ogre who is kind of gathered behind a what looks to be the opening of a well, and it's all lit by a big glass-looking stud screen which has got loads of multicoloured lines on it. Think of a tube map. It looks very much like that, and the yellow line goes straight and then down the well, and the red line goes straight and down the well. And then the ogre uses what looks to be a mirror image, and there's 3 of him there.
Big boss and his pet.
So we'll pick that up next session.
Awesome.
Cool.
That was really, really fun.
Good. I'm
Good fun.
glad you enjoyed it. Right, okay, so next session then. So today is the 25th, am I right?
26th today.
Always
Yeah,
this
26th.
calendar, always this calendar. 26th, which would make it the 10th of May.
10th of May. Yep.
Yes, I don't have anything on.
Yeah, I think I'm fine for that.
Okay, excellent. So, right, so I haven't had Twitch running at all. In fact, I don't even know if I'm recording. Yeah, we are.
Okay.
If the video looks like it's just stick figures going, oh, we did some stuff, and so 10th of May next session, we have Waterdeep on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
So if you thank you anybody who has been watching. If you had left comments in any chat rooms, I apologise because I'm just not monitoring it. I really do need to sort that out. And we'll be playing Title Troubles again on 10th of May. Waterdeep episode 15, The Journey to Skullport, on Tuesday. Where I think Ignatius is just working a nest of spiders, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good ending, that.
We'll
Yeah.
start there. Thank you for watching. You got anything to say, guys?
Thanks for watching.
No. Thanks for the
if
game.
you don't manage to catch us on Twitch, catch us on Mostly Off Topic on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I should have this edited tomorrow morning and out the door. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.